This is a Swift Challenger 480. Going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. In front of the van you've got the jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake, and we'll take you through these when you're here on site and demonstrate them to you. Front locker, you have your gas bottle with gas valve on top, and as you'll see on top it's got open and close. So to open up the gas flow you'll turn the bottle on anti-clockwise, and to close the flow back off on the gas you'll turn it clockwise. The fitment that goes into the bottle is a reverse thread fitment. And up on the bulkhead you've got your gas regulator with an isolator valve should you ever need to isolate the gas supply past the regulator. Side of the caravan you've got your all heating flue for your heating and hot water systems, and then down below you've also got your wind down leg for either side at the front of the caravan. Essentially you'll put these down into place to stabilise the caravan while it is on site. You then got your water pump connection. The water pump connection is very simple to use. You pull back the blue trigger. To release it from the caravan, you pull it back and you push it in with the blue trigger released, then lock the trigger into place. There's a little catch just behind here where it locks into. The other end of the pipe actually drops down inside the aqua roll, and that is how the water picks up and gets taken inside the caravan. We've then got your battery box with your mains power lead coming into the side of the van, and we'll demonstrate the motor mover to you while you're here on site. The battery's in place and ready to go. We do advise during the winter that you disconnect one of these terminals so it doesn't drain the battery completely. Motor mover and wheel nuts, we'll actually torque the wheel nuts while you're here on site so you can see they've been tightened correctly, and we'll also demonstrate the mover to you. Above the wheel here you've got your two fridge vents. Now in the side of here you've got a gas flue when you're in the fridge on gas. These two vents here are essentially when it's running on the other options of power, which is mains essentially, and they allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and take some cool air in. The fresh water that goes in the front of the caravan down here has to come out somewhere when it's been through the sink and the showers, and that's what these two bits of grey pipe are here for. Essentially you've got the larger diameter circles on the outside there where you put your grey pipe into, and they drop down inside your waste master. Back of the van you've got your toilet flush tank, so you put your key in and open it up, and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. And in the bottom you have your toilet waste cassette. Release the toilet waste cassette by pulling up the orange handle and pulling it towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. And on the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you are tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back. You'll turn this neck out to tip it away, but you've got a measure here for the grey and the pink fluid, and you'll put 1 litre of water in here and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. On the back of the van on either side you've got the two wind down legs to stabilise the caravan. They are just there for stabilising. As I said at the front, you would not lift the caravan with these legs. On the door side you have your last wind down leg on the front left hand side of the caravan. Going inside the caravan now, a very simple to use van. Above the door you have your control panel for your main power. The light here indicates you've got mains power coming to the caravan. You've got your leisure battery voltage on the left hand side here, which tells you how much voltage is in the battery on board the caravan. You've got your view levels, which you can hit here, so it tells you the levels again from here and here, which is this side is when you connect it to the vehicle you're towing with, so it tells you how much power is going through to the caravan from there. And on the left hand side up here you actually have your heating and hot water control panel, which we'll go through in a moment. The first thing you're going to need to do is, once you've got the power turned on, is come over to each tap on the caravan and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. So you're going to open all the taps up. As you can see, I've already filled the system on this van. You're going to come around and open all of them taps up. Underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan you're actually going to find a yellow drain down valve. That yellow drain down valve is parallel with the floor at the moment. When it's upright towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water on board the caravan will drain straight out onto the floor underneath the van. So like I said, to start with, it needs to be parallel with the floor so you can fill the system up. Once that valve is parallel and you've got all the taps open on the hot side, you can come over to the control panel above the door and turn on the water pump. Once the water pump is on, the water system will start filling up, and when you've got water running continuously out of every tap on board the caravan, you can then shut every tap off. To start with, when that water does start coming through, it's going to spit and splatter a little bit and act a bit like when the water's been off at home, for instance. At that point, you can then come to the control panel on the left hand side above the door. Hit the menu button. At the top here, you've got your room temperature. So you've got plus and minus for your room temperature. Below that, you've got your hot water temperature. So you've got hot water on and hot water boost when this bar is completely full. So halfway up is hot water on. When it's full, it's hot water boost when you're showering on board the van. Below that, you have the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. Now, you'll only know how much power is coming into the caravan if you ask the site office when you arrive at your holiday destination. They may say 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. So you've got 1 kilowatt here, which is what we can run the caravan on the power we have here on site. You can also run the heating and hot water on gas. Now, at the moment, the gas is turned off, so it will fail to ignite. But to ignite it, you can simply press the flame symbol down here on the bottom corner, and that will control the heating and hot water on gas. If it fails to ignite, it will come up with gas fail at the bottom of the screen with 2 exclamation marks on either side. On the bottom right hand side of the screen, you've got a spanner symbol here, which is for the advanced options for the heating and hot water control panel, which we do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan for. Turn the control panel off before you always turn this control panel off before you turn the main power off to the caravan. Press the button there, and as you can see, it will turn off, and just to get it to come back on when you first start the caravan back up or come into the caravan, press the green button and it will come back on. Next thing I'm going to take you through is the fridge system itself. So here on the fridge, you've got 4 buttons on this side. Your temperature control when you're on gas or mains, and then you've got your warning light on the right hand side to let you know there's no power coming from the supply you're using. So press and hold the power button to turn the fridge off. To turn it on, you press the power button. You've got mains power as your first option, and like I said, you control the temperature on the button on the right hand side. You've then got your gas option. Now again, it will fail to ignite in a moment because the gas is currently turned off in the front of the caravan. However, if it does ignite on gas, this blue light here acts as your pilot light. If it fails to ignite, it'll actually flash this blue symbol, and it'll also flash the red warning triangle on the right hand side. If you want to use 12 volt as a power source when you're towing down the road, so you can get the fridge nice and cold to put the beers and wine in, you can essentially connect to the car first at the front, so it'll only work from the power supply from the car. It'll put a 12 volt supply through to the fridge. You can have the control panel turned off above the door. It'll turn the fridge on and select the battery mode just here. So like I said, that is the 12 volt supply from the car, not the caravan not the caravan battery on board. As you can see, it's letting us know at the moment there is no power supply from that 12 volt on the car. Microwave, cooker, hob and grill will all work very much the same as your household appliances. The microwave is 240 volt only, so when you'll only be able to use that when you've got a mains power supply coming into the caravan. The same as the 240 electric ring on the hob itself. Again, that will only work when you've got a mains power supply coming into the van. Hob, grill and oven, the rest of the hob, the grill and the oven will all work off your gas supply, and the igniter on the front of the cooker works from your 12 volt supply on board the caravan. In the cupboard to the left of the cooker, you've actually got some gas valves in here. Them gas valves are to isolate the gas supply should you ever need to, and they're colour coded in accordance with this graph just here. When you go into the bathroom now, the last thing we go through on this particular van, very easy to use toilet system. You have an electric flush on the toilet just here. You have a toilet full indicator light, so this light will appear red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns to different positions, as you can see. However, when you go to remove the toilet waste cassette from under the van when it's full, you need to make sure the toilet seat is pointing straight across the van towards the cupboard opposite. Below the toilet, you also have a grey waste handle. This grey waste handle needs to be open when you use the loo, and then you need to make sure you shut it after each use. Again, if this flap is open and pushed across to this position, it will actually stop you from removing the toilet cassette under the van, and if you did manage to remove it, it could actually damage the toilet waste tank itself. One thing to note, the aluminium radiators in the bathroom do hold heat for quite a long while. So if just watch your hands, legs, etc. on those, because they, like I said, they do hold their heat. So this is the Swift Challenger 480. If you have any further questions on the Caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your Caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.